My people, how on a day today? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you're listening to your sound of my voice. This one, Biafra Superstars Media, and I'm holding it down. I say, may God bless Biafra, and may God bless His Excellency, Oyendo Mazenam Kano. May God bless, may God bless, may God bless, may God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of Biafra, USB, His Excellency, ESN, EKPA, Simon and Joku, for the job Simon is doing. Simon, I want to say we thank you. We appreciate you. We love you because we know in your hands, Biafra has come. In your hands, Biafra will be safe. And in your hands, now that Biafra has come, the people of Biafra will rejoice. When I say the people, I mean the men, the women, the children, the old, the young, the sick, the mild, the gentle, the civilized and uncivilized. Those born in Biafra and those born in the might of Biafra, we shall all come together under one voice, under one accord, under one union, and scream for Hallelujah Day, the day that the God of Biafra has made. My people, Abaribe, we told you, say, that's in way you look for Nigeria. When it is set, now you go wrong. The question is, Biafra or state of emergency in that zoo? You know the meaning of what they are doing, right? I hope you know that River State, the real name is Iguacha. I hope you know what is happening there, right? My people, come and hear about it being scared to discuss the state of emergency. These are the men you call your leaders. These are the ones you say they will speak to you or speak on your behalf, be an advocate for you to get you Biafra. Men like this that are scared to speak truth to power. Listen to him and it will blow your mind. He was scared like a baby. They dilly-dally. They fear to talk. Listen.
Of Nigeria's Niger Delta region. Well, for more on this, I'm joined now in the studio by Senator Enyinaya Abaribe, who is a senior lawmaker in the National Assembly and is a member of the opposition APGA party.
Okay.
Thank you very much indeed for coming in. And let me just say that this was not us sort of doorstepping you. I mean, you were here to talk about your new book, Unbundled, and hopefully we'll have the time to get to it in a minute. But then you are a member of the National Assembly. You occupy a pivotal role or position in the politics of Nigeria. And this development is going to come to the National Assembly for approval. And you are going to be there to cast your vote. What is your reaction to this declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State by the president?
Well, first of all, let me just say that we're living in very interesting times. And because I came to do something else, you know, and I was here and I watched the broadcast just like you. So I think I'm not in a position to take a stand to say, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go back. We're going to...
Hold on there. That's the problem. A coward will remain a coward. You watched it. You saw it for yourself. And you cannot give your own perspective. You say, no, I cannot hold a stand here. I have to go back. Go back and do what? You're in a changing time. Oh my God. This is the problem. Those you were hoping to be the ones to give you Biafra, they told us, don't do your campaign, don't do agitation, go and speak to your politicians now. You have them in the Senate. Go and speak to your senators. Go and speak to your legislators. They will be the one to speak for your freedom. Look at one of them here. A pioneer, a so-called maverick in the Senate of that so-called Nigeria. Ordinary to discuss on state of emergency declared by Jagaban, the Baron man. No, he's scared. He's saying he has to go back and go and discuss with the other men. What is your own perspective on what you've just seen? Men are the listening. Listen.
Colleagues, we in the opposition are also going to meet, definitely. And then we're going to look at the proclamation, the reasons for it, and the best way forward. I think when we get there, then I'm not going to preempt what the National Assembly is going to do. Don't forget that there are two arms of the National Assembly, both the
House of Representatives
and the
Senate where you are.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
but it's very unfortunate that we have gotten to this point.
But you have been following the story, though. I mean, it just didn't. Arguably everyone in Nigeria.
Exactly.
I mean, certainly somebody in your position in the National Assembly would have been following the story.
You have been following the story. He came back. Mr. Charles came back with the counter question. You've been following this. You are in the so-called Senate of that zoo. You should have privy information. We heard that Tinubu came to the Senate to discuss, and according to one of the legalities, he must come to the Senate to discuss. But Jagaban has gone beyond you guys, and you are here scared to speak. You must have an info on it. But you're pretending, no, we need to go back and discuss. Continue, I beg.
I'm following. And
do you think this was the right action to have been taken by the president?
I cannot. I mean, every president has a responsibility for law and order. And given all the circumstances, maybe the president felt that this is the best way to go. If it was me, I would probably not have followed this line. Maybe I would have preempted all this because there were, I think, opportunities to have, dealt with this matter, and somehow, well, we're where we are. There's nothing we can do about it. So
look at the man that want to give you Biafra. To those telling the Biafran youths, go and speak to your senators now. If you want your freedom, go and speak to lawmakers. They are the ones to give you freedom. They will go to Senate. They will discuss in Senate. They will discuss Biafra. Hi, Lord have mercy. Look at him here. Dilly-dally, Idefia, Ujo. He's scared to give his own opinion on something. A lawmaker. Aye. Let's continue. Listen.
We will certainly look into it.
Yes, but I mean, given that the APC dominates in the National Assembly, and you've mentioned you're a member of the opposition, your APGA, which is a minority party in the National Assembly, there are a couple of other parties there as well, the PDP, Labour, and so on. What sort of I don't know, optics is coming through for you as a result of this?
Let me just
as a member of the opposition.
Let me put it this way. I do not think that when we're going to look at matters of national importance, that we're going to look at it in terms of whether we are majority or minority. We will actually look at it in terms of national interest.
That's where you are making a mistake. You keep on saying national interest, national interest. You will look at it at the matter based on national interest. Tell me once when you guys in that zoo have discussed something based on your so-called national interest. Do you even have a nation? From nation comes national. Do you have a nation? The Kabah, they are doing what they are doing. Muslim tickets. Jagaban is doing what he's doing. Wike is doing what he's doing. And you guys say nothing about it. Islamization is taking place. You guys say nothing about the so-called national interest. The seaport in Lagos State, the Biafrans have to go to Lagos to clear goods. Where is the discussion about the so-called national interest of bringing a seaport to the eastern region? Where is the so-called national interest? Abaribe, hey, Nanawa for you, man. You for my hand. Well, I don't blame you. I know you guys, you are pretending. I know there is nothing good that can come out of Nigeria. You guys, you are pretending. You are okay. You are feeling comfortable because the money you make a month, you guys in the Senate or whatever, the money you guys make a month is, it is cumbersome. Very hard to count. Oyibo, it is cumbersome. Cumbersome. Oyibo. So somehow, some way, you still enjoy Nigeria. You love Nigeria. The fringe benefits. The money you get every month is okay for you and your family, your children. So once wahala happen now, una go run. So that's why people like you still believe that something can change. Something good can come out of Nigeria. A discussion of national interest. When last did you have a so-called discussion of national interest? A man was kidnapped from Kenya. Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya. Where was the discussion about national interest? Fubara is there doing his thing. A governor in the old River State. Wike, being a minister of the so-called FCT, is doing what he's doing, and Tinubu is following him. You know the truth, but you are here, biting your tongue, tucking your tail between your legs. You dey fear to talk. You are scared to speak truth to power. Fear. Continue, I beg.
Best interest of Nigeria in all this.
Now, best interest.
I do not think that you can safely today say, oh, because somebody is APC, he must vote where the government is, he should vote. It doesn't follow. Does not follow. We will look at it in the national interest. And I think that almost everybody in the national assembly.
Natasha, have you looked at her case based on national interest? I'm just asking. I'm just asking a question. Senator Natasha Akpoki, have you guys, all those men there in the Senate, have you looked at a case based on national interest? No. You all blackmailed her. You all scolded her for speaking through the power. That's how you guys roll, my brother. That's how you guys roll in that place. People like you cannot speak for us when it comes to Biafra. We thank God. With this case of Fubara, you don't open Unanya. She say, you guys have no say. A so-called president has dumped you guys aside and did what he did. Something unconstitutional. He's done it. And you guys cannot speak. You are here saying, oh, we have to go back and discuss. Discuss what? Bunch of liars and cowards. Continue, I beg.
They are reasonable men and women and people of goodwill and who will, by their oath of office, put the country first.
Right, that's what is important. Right, but let me put it this way to you, and I'm not trying to sort of, lay traps for you or anything. That's not the intention. We're simply trying to get our own heads around what has just happened, because just like you, I mean, we literally heard this an hour ago.
Yes.
You probably have more familiarity with the Nigerian constitution than many others. And based on that knowledge that you have, was he right to suspend the governor and his deputy, or was he simply empowered constitutionally to deal with the reasons he was declaring a state of emergency and then return the state? If you want to make a full return the state very quickly to democratic rule.
Well, you're still setting a trap for me. You're telling me to now.
He's laughing. He's calling it a trap. You're setting a trap for me. Abaribe ibina bujale. Onyoma ibina buja o. Ibina buja onyoma ibina bujale. Ibina Abuja. Abaribe, you are based in Abuja. You be Abuja boy. You are a seasoned senator. You have taken senator, that job in politics as a career, a full-time job, more than 17 years. Someone like you, since 1999, you've been there. A career. It's a full-time job for you. That's the problem. That's why when we, the new breed, we, the Gen Z, when we speak about liberation, it go enter your left ear, bite you for your left ear, come out from your right ear. You get angry about us. You get angry when we speak about liberation because we don't belong to your system. That thing you guys are doing is called sharing of the so-called national cake. Where we are from, we believe in transparency, honesty, accountability, integrity at all time. You know what that man did, the one they called Jagaban, you know what he did was wrong. But here you are, catching the breaking news in a TV station, and you are scared to speak on it. You are scared. Cat got your tongue. You can't speak. You want to go to Abuja, your office there, to go and discuss with the Senate. That's the problem I have with you guys. People like you cannot speak for Biafra. You cannot be an advocate for Biafra because you are tied into the system. Your hands are soiled. You've got blood on your hands dealing with Nigeria. That's the problem. Someone like you call Saminekpa, that small thing in Finland, that small boy in Finland, that water crate in Finland. You saw him as a child because to you feel like it's only big men with billions that can discuss breaking up Nigeria. You call Saminekpa, that small thing in Finland. Abaribe, you ain't ready. Because ordinary something to deal with happening in that zoo right now, the biggest news in your zoo, you can't even speak about it. Let's continue. Hey!
I'm asking you a question.
You're asking me to say
but you're a lawmaker.
what I may have to say on the floor tomorrow. So I will plead for
you are a lawmaker.
Time I need to sit with my colleagues. We need to look at the Constitution again.
Right.
But I know that Section 305, sections 305.5, subsection 5 and 6 or so, gives the president the power.
Right.
And whenever that power is invoked, don't forget that this is not the first time that a state of emergency has been invoked in states. It's been done under
it was challenged.
Obviously, it was challenged, and then, of course, it will have to be approved by the National Assembly.
Yes.
That's why I really don't want to.
No, I understand
Go ahead.
But let's move away from the constitutional side to the political side. I mean, we're already getting people texting us, members of the Joy Youth Council, member of this council, and so on and so on, out of River State, appearing to be very aggrieved and saying that the president sounded like he was laying a catalogue of accusations against the governor of River State and not against his political opponent.
Yes, Charles, I would prefer not to discuss it now because
I would prefer not to discuss it now. Abaribe. Hey! What for now? You see? They say sometimes money will corrupt somebody. The love of money will corrupt you. What is happening to him now is what Oge Nkere did to the media men in Biafra. As he was giving them cash every month. Giving them the same cash every month. They were now somehow, they became submissive to him. They were now under his leadership, under his care, and the rest. The same happening to this man now. He cannot speak about Tinubu because Tinubu has been nice to them. All the money they get, allowances, this one, or this fringe benefit here, or this car, or brand new car, those things, he's thinking about it, and now he doesn't want to speak about it. He'd rather not speak about the situation. Abaribe, the so-called spokesman, outspoken man, a man who loves to speak to the power. But suddenly, cat has got his tongue. If he talk, if they laugh, if they say, oh, it's a trap, this is a question, it's a trap. Make that they hear they go. Continue.
No matter how you go, the broadcast is there. And we saw the broadcast. And there are two sides to this story. And it just seems like only one side was found guilty. So you could see it. And if people make that insinuation, well, that is their own, but I will not say
What is your own perspective? That's what they're asking you. Not what people are saying. What is your own perspective? You. What do you think about it? Take it back. Here again.
There are two sides to this story. And it just seems like only one side was found guilty. So you could see it. And if people make that insinuation, well, that is their own, but I will not say anything until we
I understand that, and again, I'm not trying to push you into saying anything you don't want to say. It's just that you are a treasure trove of information. In fact, your book is all about the fact that you are one of the best informed parliamentarians in this country. So to have the privilege of having you sitting there...
Yes, but then you should also give me the privilege of having some time to digest
with a breaking
what is going on.
With a breaking story. I mean, you couldn't buy it with gold.
I wouldn't
Hold it there. Abaribe. My people, this man can't speak for us. This man cannot speak for us. That's all I'm saying. This man cannot speak for us. They are scared. They are cowards. When it comes to Tinubu, they are scared to speak about him. And you think people like this, they will be the one to now speak. They say, okay, our people have said they want freedom, they want Biafra. You think men like this can speak? No, they've been compromised. It is us. It is left to us, the new breed. Now we be the ones that when go speak, fight for our liberation. Not men like this. This man has spent so much time in the throne of Caesar. And now he's speaking a foreign language. He's enjoying the food, the good meat, good wine in the house of Caesar. And now he's scared to speak out. Everybody else, they've spoken out, but him, he refused to speak out. He loved Nigeria now. He loved Nigeria. You have to take your time. Go and watch this video. You'll be surprised.
Wouldn't want for us to preempt what was going
I understand
to happen.
that.
But I think that,
but on the
like I
issue-
said at the
Right.
beginning, every president has a responsibility for law and order. Same thing like a state governor and so on. Of course, there are some aspects of that broadcast that I didn't agree with. But that will come tomorrow.
What were those aspects?
No, that will come tomorrow.
Well, I mean,
Hold on there, I beg. I want to spend my time here. I'm wasting my time. That's the problem. These guys, they are scared to speak out. Ordinary on political affairs, they are scared to speak out. The only one they will speak is when they want to support a northern agenda. They will come out and speak. Yes, Ranka did it. But the one that affects your own people, you are scared to speak out. They beat about the bush. Hi, Lord have mercy.
Ring. You understand? And I felt that,
Hold on there. Now, hear how long this man has been in politics. To show you it is now a career for them. It's a full-time job for them, a 9 to 5 for them. Hear how long he's been in politics. It will blow your mind. Listen.
I'm good enough. I think I'm good enough, and so let me go and try. Now, of course, I was burnt the very first time. I went in 1998. I lost the primaries. Didn't even know where they were doing primaries and all that. But you learn, and so I continually learned until then. The whole thing about 1998 and the 5 fingers of a leprous hand by late Bola Ige. When all that went away, and then we came into 1999 with a new government, then I came back again, which is one of the things you need to learn in politics. You must be consistent. You cannot jump in, jump out, jump in, jump out. People will never trust you. They will think that you don't have, staying power. So I stayed. And here I am today.
Right. And of course, as I mentioned, all these things are in your book. It's all sort of documented in there. And
Yes.
I would urge people to have a good read of it. But you have had quite a lot of experiences in the Senate as well, as a minority leader, as somebody who was even at one point arrested because of the Nnamdi Kanu debacle.
Precisely. Yeah, it's not here. My experiences in the Senate, and especially some of the intricacies that went on behind, is coming in another book, because I want it to be a standalone.
Okay,
This
right.
one is simply that as I was turning 70, I felt that it was necessary for people to know my thoughts. If somebody says, what does he think about Biafra?
Yeah.
You can go to
Where does he stand on things?
Where does he stand on governance? Where does he stand on merit? Where does he, all that? That is why I try to do.
Hold on there. Okay, we've heard it. So I'll be getting myself one of your books, Unbundled by Abaribe. Okay. I want to hear what you said about Biafra, your own perspective. Fellow Biafrans, I will come back and read that chapter where he spoke about Biafra. Let me see his own perspective, his own psychology. That he put it on book is a bit scary because it means for the next 1,000 years, that book will hold how this man perceived Biafra. In most cases, people say some things, but deep in their heart, they mean something else. But for the fact he chose to document it down, that's a very, very strange one. So I will have to read to see what he said, what he wrote about Biafra. Because anything winning pen down, you can use that thing to hold them to account for the next 100 years. Abaribe, you have made a very big mistake. Say you wrote your perspective about Biafra. I hope you did not sound political. You were not politically correct in your statement in that book. Because now that Biafra has come, all we need to do is implement Biafra in Biafra land. We're in the process of implementing it. This, your book, might turn you into a caricature or a hero. This, your book you wrote, depending on what you wrote in that book, it might turn you, your family, your children, your kindred into caricature. That their father wrote something about Biafra. He spoke from the perspective of a coward or as a statesman. I go wait till I read the book before I come back to do a part 2 on this video. Fellow Biafrans, I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. You've just seen him, the biggest news in that zoo called Nigeria. They asked him and he's scared to speak about it. He was laughing, perambulating, beating about the bush, cracking jokes, because he has been compromised by the system he went into politics to fight. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. Watch out for part 2, where I will buy the book and read that chapter on what he said about Biafra. Thank you and God bless. Yeah, Biafra, Biafra. Yeah, Superstar Media. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. I wanna know. We going back to the land. We going back to the motherland. Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land.